Indications, Monahan.
How good?
Good enough for a ground test.
All in that doodlebug.
The bird's aboard.
Okay, I'll take her down.
Hope you rockhounds are right. I gotta be back in Casablanca tonight. Petit Cabage is waiting for me.
With what, a warrant and a 45?
No, with a smile and a 36, 24, 38.
Look at this.
Yep, that does it.
Hey, Mike.
That doodlebug of theirs must have shown something big. Did you get a favorable reading, Barlow?
Yeah, big formation, anticline structure.
How far down?
Oh, 2,500, 3,000 feet.
Well, that's great. What's the matter? Can't you cook up a little enthusiasm?
What's too hot for enthusiasm, Captain?
That's a swell way to cool off.
Well, strictly scientific. It's an equalizer. It makes you just as hot inside as out, so you don't notice either.
Aren't you over-equalizing a little?
When it interferes with my job, let me know.
Don't mind Sid, Skipper. He can always invent an occasion. You should have seen the night after he hit that field over in Iran for Asia oil.
How does our reading compare with that?
Well, this is good, if not better, as far as instruments can tell.
See if you can get Gus Sanderson on the air. Hurry that fuel pump along, Jim.
Engine trouble?
Mabel's got a little heart condition, that's all.
That's all. What about the other engine?
Becky? She's in pretty good shape for an old lady.
When's this Wildcat outfit going to get new engines for this old crate?
We strike some oil, we get some new money.
Gus, for my money, I say let's roll a portable rig down and drill.
I'm sold, Mike. What's the exact location?
It's about 20 miles southeast of Khalifa.
Khalifa? Just a minute. Mike, no dice on that territory. Anything within 50 miles of Khalifa is strictly taboo.
Why?
I don't know why, except that old sheik in Khalifa has got a mad on against all foreigners. Something that happened during the war. Sorry, Mike. You better load up and hightail out of there before you get into trouble.
Okay. I'll check on that other pick of ours over by Terraza.
Keep in touch and good luck. Over.
Thanks. Check in around 6 p.m. Over and out.
Now, he tells us. That's what I call management.
You're lucky to be working for us, Barlow.
Why I left Asia Oil for this one-horse outfit, I'll never know.
I can tell you, Asia Oil let you go, and we all know why. Bottled enthusiasm. Lots of luck today. All bad. There's your new test location.
You must be off your course. It doesn't even look like the same terrain on this map.
That isn't terrain you're looking at. It's a sheet of sand blowing at 100 miles an hour.
Can't you keep above it till it's over?
That sand blast will blow all night, maybe 2 days. It's a Sirocco.
Hey, Mabel, take it easy. There she goes, Mike.
Get Sanderson in Casablanca. Tell him an emergency landing 50 miles northeast of Terraza.
TAOCO, plane number 2 to Casablanca. Plane number 2 to Casablanca. Come in, Casablanca, over. Can't get through the static. It's a moving sand. Friction makes a magnetic field.
Is Becky cocking out, too?
Yeah. Yeah, intake's clogging up. So lower the wheels, Mike?
No, take a chance of skiing. Cut the switches and gas.
They're cut. should have listened to you.
Hold on to your hats, boys, for a sleigh ride.
Nice ride, Skipper.
Best on the island. Try Sanderson again.
Can't. Transmitter's dead. Receiver seems to be okay, though.
That's nice. We can hear them asking for us. Shouldn't we anchor this wreck down?
She's anchored. Her nose is buried in a sand dune.
So we're down for good. Now what?
Break out some grub and listen to the wind blow.
Great.
Okay, boys, that does it.
At least I know exactly where we are. Perfect fix.
Perfect fix is right.
800 miles from Casablanca in the center of a desert the size of the United States.
By now, Sanderson must be looking for us.
Yeah, all gassed up, no place to look.
Well, how about sending up a smoke signal?
Not till we spot a plane. This is bandit country, kid, worse than Arizona Apaches. While you're ruining that pancake mix, I'll take a look from the top of the dune. Beginning tomorrow, we gotta stand watch for a plane.
If you spot a swimming hole, give me the word. Nothing like a nice dip before breakfast.
Jim's kidding on the level. We're more than 100 miles from the nearest water hole. Beginning now, the stuff's rationed. 1 cup a day per man. No washing, no tea or coffee.
Cup a day? What'll I use for a chaser?
Gasoline. And I'll hold a match for your cigarette.
Better get some shovels. The Eiserne Jungfrau. Best I can make out of that is the Steel Lady.
That's a lady?
You better get used to her. She's the only gal you got around here.
What does this mean? PB-10AK.
Well, that'd be the 10th Panzer Battalion, Africa Corps. That doesn't seem right. What would a Rommel tank be doing this far south of the battlefront?
The storm probably just uncovered that flag, or the Arabs would have made pots and pans out of this long ago.
Let's open her up and see what kind of a build she's got.
Yeah, I've never been in a German tank.
Might be some souvenirs in there to liberate. Holy smoke.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just remembered my manners. After you, Captain. Sir.
You start getting polite, something's wrong. Souvenirs, all right. 2 of them, mummified. A lieutenant and a sergeant.
Radio equipment.
Pin-ups. This guy is what the French call a connoisseur.
I mean, your mind and his are on the same channel. Here's something.
Looks like the logbook of the Steel Lady. Want me to translate?
Now he's a German scholar.
It's one of my minor accomplishments.
We know your major one. Go ahead.
24. September 1942. It's dated September 24th, 1942.
They've been lying here like this all these years.
The Sirocco buried him. The Sirocco uncovered him.
September of 42. Rommel was in full retreat. These two krauts must have pulled out of the battle and headed south to escape capture. You make out any more?
Yeah, just about. It goes something like this. We are kaput. That means finished. Out of petrol and water and being buried alive by a Sirocco. My companion, Unteroffizier, that's Sergeant, Hans Kohler, is already dead from the terrible heat and thirst. And I have but a few minutes left.
Imagine suffocating in here with that sand sifting in.
If our storm had lasted another day, it might have buried us too.
No might about it. Any more?
Yeah. I hope and pray that our bones will never be found. Much better that we are believed lost in battle than that the shameful truth be known. And may the secret shame of our once gallant fighting companion, the Eisner Jungfrau, die with us. Signed, Lieutenant Hans Ehrlich, 10th Panzer Battalion, Africa Corps.
Secret shame. What's shameful about losing a battle?
Maybe they were deserters or something.
Now, let's tear up some parachute silk for shrouds. Least we can do is give them a decent burial.
Hey, Skipper, look what I got. The transmitter from the Steel Lady.
It's just a short-range battle intercom, like a walkie-talkie. We can see farther than that thing will send.
Well, if the power tube will still activate, maybe I can work out a booster for the circuit.
What range could you get?
Oh, a couple 100 miles or more.
See what you can do. That may be our ace in the hole.
German Luger.
Not a speck of rust on it.
No, the air inside the tank was too dry for corrosion. Like the inside of one of those Egyptian tombs.
Yeah, see if you can clean it up.
What for? The cartridges won't fire after all these years.
You can't tell till you try them. Jim?
Yeah.
Since there are no shells for that cannon, let you and me take a crack at the Steel Lady's machine gun.
Expecting company, Mike?
Just making work for the unemployed. Clean as a new silver dollar. Nice going, Jim.
Anything to make you happy.
Doesn't take much to do that, apparently.
Yeah. They used to call me Merry Mike Monahan. Listen, you lunkheads, this morning we were sitting ducks for any Tuareg bandits that came around. Now we'll have a sputtered gun, a Luger, and my .45. We can give them a pretty good argument.
The Battle of Fort Taoco.
Half a league, half a league, half a league onward. Into the valley of death rode the 600.
There's not the reason why, there's but to do and die. Hey, Larson, how's our ace in the hole coming?
The problem with this transmitter is how to increase the output of the power tube by regenerating through an audio amplifier hooked in with a variable condenser.
You lost me on the first turn. Keep working, Marconi.
Something coming in on the plane's receiver.
What, more static?
Sanderson to Monahan party.
Casablanca.
Sanderson to Monahan party. We're still hoping you fellows can hear us, even if you can't answer. We know you must be down somewhere. We'll search the area where you last reported. So good night, you guys. Chin up wherever you are. We won't let you down.
Save the juice, kid. Sanderson ought to be leaving Casablanca sometime before daybreak. You start searching over Terraza. Work along the track of the Sirocco.
You better drain some sludge oil from one of the engines.
What for? You thirsty?
For a beacon so they can find us. We'll all have to stand watch. I'll take the first one. Larson, you follow me. Evans and Barlow. That'll give you a chance to sleep off those nightcaps you've been sneaking.
Who's sneaking them? Happy watch, Captain. Kill that light, will you? Gee, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry, Sid. I'll be through in a minute.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
Topside, kid. You're tricking the dune.
Sure okay, Skipper.
Keep watching that horizon. You can see a plane a lot sooner than you can hear one.
Yeah, I know.
Going away! Larson! 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 You stayed up all night working on that transmitter gimmick of yours, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't let it alone.
Why didn't you tell me? I'd have done the 2 hours for you.
I know I should have, but I thought I was all right. I feel awful about it.
It's nothing the way you're going to feel in a few days. Get down to camp.
Sanderson to Monahan party. Sanderson to Monahan party. Today we searched the region between Khalifa and Terhaza, your last reported destination. We picked up the trail of a violent sirocco blowing due east, and believe you must have been forced down somewhere in its path. We will search every mile of it if it takes us all the way across Africa.
Well, what about it, Mr. Vice President of the Trans-Africa Oil Company?
How do you guys want it served? Hard and dry or sunny side up on buttered toast?
I like mine over easy, but you're the cook.
Go ahead, dish it out. I can take it.
If they search daily circles all the way to the Sudan, it'll take them about 2 weeks.
Well, by that time, we'll be like those mummies we buried.
Yeah, and there won't be anybody around to bury us.
I know what you guys are thinking.
Forget what happened this morning.
Maybe I can make up for it.
How?
We'll steal Lady's transmitter.
Oh, yeah. A boy wizard of electronics.
What about it? Can you do it, or are you just kidding yourself? And us?
Well, on paper, it works. That's all I can tell till it's wired up and I throw the switch. Skipper. Skipper.
Yeah? Oh, you ready?
Maybe.
Roll out your desert rats. 0 hour.
This had better be good. I was just knocking on Maisie's door in Brooklyn.
How are you going to know you're putting out a signal?
If this tube lights up, we're on the air.
Well, let's know the worst.
I guess it's okay. Try the mic.
Go ahead. It's your party.
Mayday, Mayday. Calling TAOCO at Casablanca. Mayday, Mayday. Come in, TAOCO. Over. Mayday, Mayday. Come in, TAOCO. Come in, TAOCO. Over.
Mr. Sanderson. A Mayday call on our wavelength.
Sanderson at TAOCO. We hear your mayday. Speak slow and clear. Lots of static.
Repeat. Speak slow and clear. There's a lot of static.
Where are you? Over.
We're operating on a makeshift transmitter. Listen carefully. Our position is latitude. Oh, that did it. Guess I'm a bust all around.
You mean she's dead for good, kid?
Yeah. That's the only amplifier tube we had.
You can't make one?
No. I can make anything we need except that.
Well, Doctor, how long have we got to live now?
Well, figures like this.
Yeah? How does it figure?
If we stay here, we can last about 8 or 10 days.
How?
Drinking up what water we have.
What then?
Then, nothing.
You mean it took a map to figure that out?
Nope.
You said if we stay here. What else can we do?
I thought we might drop in on these Legionnaires over at Fort Vegan.
Drop in? I don't see any wings sprouting on you yet.
They aren't due to sprout for about 10 days. Then we'll all sprout them. Only yours will be bat wings and bright red.
Yeah, I'll be like Gunga Din, squatting on the coals, giving drink to poor damned souls.
Not like Gunga Din. He gave them water.
Thanks for reminding me. How far to those Frenchies?
103 miles airline. And he crosses unsurveyed country. No telling how rough it is.
Then who are you trying to kid? What's this drop-in stuff?
Jim, how much water do you think that radiator'd hold?
What radiator?
Steel Lady.
If you're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
How much?
About 15 to 20 gallons, like any other heavy-duty gas engine.
Well, you got plenty of gas and oil. Batteries in the plane are all right. Can you take the Steel Lady's engine apart and put it back together?
Oh, no.
Are you crazy? Why, that engine will be gummed up solid with dried-out oil.
I like that machine gun and the Luger you cleaned.
Then how are you going to get it out of the dune?
Well, that's the easiest part. Clear the sand away and she'll pull herself out.
Let's get at it. Here you are, Jim. Fresh from the laundry.
Thanks. Now, if I can only find out where to put it in this German jigsaw puzzle.
Forget anything?
I don't think so. See any spare parts lying around?
Nothing but blood, sweat, and tears.
I guess we're ready then. Sink or swim.
Swim, he says.
Okay, Jim. Here's where we find out whether you're just a mechanic or a magician.
If she doesn't start, cover her up again, with me inside.
That's a promise.
Them old spark plugs must be dead, corroded inside.
How about using some from the plane?
Different size, wrong thread. Personally, I could go for a good drink of water.
It isn't time for the ration.
Ration? How long are you going to keep that gag up?
What'd you do to it? Nothing, just turned on the ignition.
Oh, no!
It's the desert, Jim. Kind of sneaks up on you, like it did on me when I fell asleep on the dune.
Grab the sticks and hold her straight. 4 gallons of liquid gold.
Easy, Jim. Don't spill any.
I'd rather spill my blood.
Just a minute, Monahan. Haven't you forgotten something?
What?
For one thing, that water. Sort of community property, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd kind of like to know just how much there is left of it.
Near as we can figure, about 17 gallons. 4 water bags for the radiator. The rest to see us through to Fort Vegan.
That's just what I thought. So before you waste any on the steel coffin, I'm giving you a chance to change your mind.
Just what's on yours, Barlow?
Only the 12 gallons is all you can have. The other 4 belong to me.
He's gone nuts, Mike.
No, he's drunk.
Not drunk enough to get caught in the desert with no shelter but an iron oven. No water at all. I'll take my chances of rescue right here.
What chance of rescue?
And just to make sure that I get my share, I'll take that water bag, Evans.
Looks like this is where we came in. If you take that water, we all have to stay here, dry out together.
The water bag, Evans. Hand it over.
Hold it, Jim. How do you know that ammunition's any good? I haven't heard you testing it.
Keep coming. I'll test it on you.
Go ahead.
Sid, you gone crazy?
Keep out of this, Boy Scout.
Now I'll take your water bottle.
Well, looks like you won that round. We'll play again.
From now on, when you want to get drunk, talk yourself into it.
I will.
Jim, we got company.
Female?
4 horses maybe, but not the Bedouins.
Bedouins. Kind of funny, ain't it? No curiosity about this black beetle moving across the desert?
Yeah, that's what bothers me.
Cousin Taurus, Allah has rewarded our patience.
Cousin Mustafa speaks in riddles.
No, Ibrahim. What has been lost is found.
Sometimes that is not the blessing it seems.
Blessing or curse, our years of searching have come to an end. The German tank.
The Iron Monster?
It's thundering across the desert in this direction.
But you yourself told us that what you claim now would be impossible after all these years.
It is impossible. Yet there it is. Less than an hour's ride behind us.
And the treasure of Khalifa? Is it moving along with it?
If it is Allah's will. But one thing is certain, cousin. It is the same monster that accompanied the German raiding party that I guided into Khalifa so many years ago.
It is almost too much to hope that the jewels are still within it.
Perhaps so, cousin. All I can be sure of is they were there that day I watched the monster turn on its companions, shoot them down, and move off southward into the heart of the desert.
Let us see what Allah has done for us. Assemble the men, my son. We will capture the monster and its keepers.
No, cousin, if you please, have patience. Men capable of taming the monster might have made its claws sharp again. They could cut us down like ripe grain.
The clan of Taras is not known for cowards. The price is high. Courage is a good investment.
Wisdom is a better one, cousin. Let them proceed undisturbed. Receive them with all hospitality. Hear their story, and then decide upon our course.
You speak wisely, Mustafa. So be it.
How far is it now to that French fort?
About 60 miles.
We'll never make it. That 16 gallons of water is half gone up in steam.
We better stop and let it cool off.
If we stop now, I'll never get it started again.
Listen, you guys, you don't deserve it, but I've got an idea.
We don't need ideas, we need water.
You need my brains and my legs.
What are you trying to pull now?
I'll tell you what I'm trying to pull. You guys are a bunch of sit-down workers. I'm not. I'm a leg man, a rock hound. I could walk out of this desert with a 60-pound pack on my back. I've done it all over the world.
Go ahead. What are you waiting for?
Waiting for you to stop this furnace while there's water left in the radiator. Now listen, I'll pack a little grub and a bedroll. I'll take the small canteen. I'll do 30 miles tonight. Another 30 tomorrow night to the fort. Send the Frenchies back for you.
Are you serious?
Too sticking hot to make campaign promises.
Now, boys, what do you say?
I think he's nuts.
No, he isn't. I know he can do it if he wants to.
Okay. This hollow's no place to camp. That desert patrol's got me guessing. It'd be like sitting ducks down here. I'll park on the next piece of high ground where we can see what's going on. Jim, am I seeing things?
Maybe it's one of them whatcha-call-ems.
Mirage?
What are you two raving about?
An oasis.
Oh, you're crazy.
I don't know where it came from. It isn't on a map.
We'll just about make it.
The Bedouins.
Well, the steel lady smells water. We're going right in.
Suppose they object.
Objection overruled. Stand by that machine gun.
Welcome to the oasis of Morad.
Oh, what do you know? I wasn't expecting that.
The English, monsieur? Mustafa El Melek at your service. Graduate of the University of Rabat, and since the war, tutor to my young cousin, Ibrahim.
My name's Monahan. I got some pupils in this boiler waiting for recess.
Won't you alight, monsieur, and allow me to present you to your hosts?
Delighted. Come up for air, kiddies. You'll have to excuse our appearance. We've been roughing it for 6 days. Give the steel lady a drink, boys.
Next time I go for a day's ride with Monahan, I'm gonna bring my hair clippers, a shaving kit, and my Sunday suit.
From the look of our hosts, we'll be right in style.
You chose a strange horse for your visit, monsieur.
Our plane was wrecked in the recent Sirocco, Sheikh Taras. The same wind uncovered this monster.
As the prophet says, evil is the wind that brings blessings to no one. You must tell us the full tale at the evening meal.
Oh, thanks, but with your permission, we'll just renew our water supply and move on to Fort Vegan.
I wouldn't hear of it. This is too wondrous a happening to dismiss so lightly. See that our guests are provided for, Mustafa.
Is that what you call him, petite cabbage?
A petite cabbage? That's more of a crepe Suzette.
I see your friend, Monsieur Evans, did not miss the inner meaning of our traditional dance of welcome.
How could I? She put it in writhing.
Sheikh Taras thinks your adventures are even more amazing than those of Aladdin and his lamp. And he's interested in your search for oil. Has any been found in this part of the Sahara?
Well, not yet, but we located a strong possibility.
Indeed. Where?
Oh, to the west of here, near Khalifa.
Khalifa?
Yeah, but we were warned to get out. Seems the sheik of that district doesn't have your ideas of hospitality.
El Farouche. He has reasons, my friend.
Reasons indeed. Have you not heard the tale?
Only that something happened during the war to set him against foreigners.
For centuries, Khalifa levied heavy tribute upon the slave caravans and grew very rich. Sheikh Farouche converted his personal wealth into jewels. Toward the end of the African campaign, German raiders rode down upon Khalifa, shot down all opposition, made off with the Sheikh's treasure.
What happened to the jewels?
The answer to that, monsieur, seems to have been swallowed up among the other mysteries of the Sahara.
Ah, that's amazing. You gentlemen will have to excuse us. With your permission, we'll shove off for Fort Vegan. If we leave now, we can make most of it before it gets too hot.
But, monsieur, there is no moon tonight. The way to Fort Vegan has many pitfalls.
You have no choice.
I can offer you one, monsieur. My people relish the trading of horses, and I'm intrigued with the idea of possessing yours.
I'm confused, Sheikh Taras.
There are men among us, monsieur, who served with motorized units of the French Desert Patrol. They would know how to make good use of your steel lady.
Not against the French.
The French are our friends and guardians, but the Tuaregs know no allies. They are many and ruthless.
Well, let's hear your offer.
4 of our finest horses and a pack camel with ample food and water supply, and a tent to shelter you during the day's heat. The animals will bring high prices when you're finished with them.
Looks like you bought yourself a tank.
A wise decision, monsieur. Now, may I suggest an hour or so of refreshing sleep while we prepare your animals and supplies?
Thanks. Will we see you before we leave?
Of course, monsieur. My son and I will be at hand to wish you the blessings of Allah.
We'll see you then. Thanks for a very pleasant evening.
You are convinced, Mustafa, that our friends have not found the jewels?
Not entirely, cousin. But for the good of their souls, we'll soon make sure.
Monahan, just thought of something. What kind of saps are we leaving a 30 caliber machine gun and a lot of ammunition in the hands of this pack of bedouins? How are you going to explain that to the French?
You can't blame us for trying to save our lives.
No, but they might figure we were a little too trusting. Stay put, Captain. I'll fix them. I'll jam the machine gun.
Okay. You're getting mighty cooperative all of a sudden.
When I'm sober, I can make sense. You okay, Barlow? Cinch, I got the recoil spring.
You know, that jewel robbery over at Khalifa knocked us out of an oil field.
I wouldn't worry about it. Sounds like something out of the Arabian Nights anyhow.
My suspicions are confirmed, cousin.
Oh, it's you. Horses ready?
Everything is prepared, monsieur.
Good. Shake a leg, you cowboys. Rise and shine. That wasn't very much sleep.
Let us hope, monsieur, you won't force us to extend it indefinitely. Very well, Monsieur Monahan, you can drop that air of surprise. Where are they?
Where what?
It's useless to pretend innocence. Surrender what we seek, and you will be allowed to leave as promised with Allah's blessing.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Well, since you persist in the folly of further pretense, I'll enlighten you. I have come for the jewels of Khalifa.
Oh, thanks. At least we won't die ignorant. Now let me enlighten you. You've come to the wrong shop. Our line's petroleum, not jewels.
I am not a man, monsieur, who would look for sweetmeats in a rug bazaar. The jewels are here in this tent.
Do I look as stupid as you make me feel?
On the contrary, monsieur, you are very, very cunning. You nearly fooled me.
You're giving credit where it doesn't belong.
You're too modest, monsieur. Well, let's dispense with further social amenities. We'll have to search you, your persons and your belongings.
Go ahead. Any objections?
Not here. You can start with me. Just one more question, though. Who are you representing in this little treasure hunt of yours? The Sheikh of Khalifa or your cousin, Sheikh Taras?
Monsieur, I'm representing myself.
Oh? So am I.
Let's go! Jim, get that engine turning. Billy, help Barlow with a gun. Tell your men to stand as they are. The next burst won't be over their head. Okay, Barlow, let's have it. You nearly got us all killed.
We would have been for sure if I hadn't played watchdog for you. You should thank me.
Thank you.
You amaze me falling for that trap Mustafa was setting up.
What trap?
Even you knuckleheads should be able to figure there must be a tie-up somewhere between this tank and the Khalifa jewels.
What if there is? What's that got to do with that grandstand play of yours?
Plenty. Our learned friend from the University of Rabat forced that play, not me.
Quit stalling.
But can't you see he couldn't possibly afford to let us get to the French with that top secret of his? It would have been a very short horseback ride.
You're off your rocker. Once they found out we didn't have the jewels, what reason would they have for killing us? All you did was convince them we did have them. Now they'll really be on our heels. Larson!
What's wrong? He's been hit. I'll get the emergency kit.
Never mind, watchdog. Get back in your kennel. You've done enough damage for one day. Barlow.
Yeah?
Come up here, will you?
What for? Out of camp. Jump. Take over, will you?
Where'd you get this load?
Load? I beg your pardon.
Where's the bottle?
What bottle?
Where is it?
None of your business and take your paws off me.
I'll show you whose business it is. Hold it, Jim. I'm gonna find this guy's private stock if I have to tear this parlor car apart. And here it is. The last of the Mohicans, I hope. What's this? And here's what got us into this jam. The jewels of Khalifa.
Why, you fiddle-fronted, you-necked, dish-faced, ram-headed rat.
They're mine. I found them.
You had it all figured out, didn't you? On these you could stay drunk the rest of your life. You had them on you when they started the searches. And you gambled with our lives trying to cover up quick.
I only gamble with what belongs to me.
Does Larson's life belong to you? Does it? Answer me. So you're a rock hound, a lake man. That's what you called yourself, didn't you? Okay, get out of this tank, Barlow. Get out! What's that hatch?
What is this? What are you trying to do?
Just wanted to oblige you. You wanted to walk out of this desert with a 60-pound pack and the jewels. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'll let you walk out without a pack at all.
If I do any walking today, I'll have company.
Stay put, this is my party. Get up and walk. Start walking.
I can't take it out here. It's like a hot plate.
Get off, hitchhiker.
Let me in. I'm burning to a crisp. Monahan, I can't hang on much longer. Let me in. Let me in. Skipper! Skipper! Have a heart, please. I don't want anything like this on my conscience. Monahan, skin's burning off my hands.
Follow me, you can burn your guts out. Kid feels different. He wants you inside. Those detours sure played the devil with our timetable.
Are we gonna make it?
Can't tell. Port should be the other side of those hills. If you can't find a pass-through, we'll have to go around.
We better make it. The kid ain't doing so good.
Sure is great to be home, Mom. You look wonderful. You too, Pop. Get my letters? Yeah. Had a swell time. That Sahara's really a spot. Hot? Sure it's hot. So what? Meet my friend Barlow. Sid Barlow. Sid and me been a team for 2 years now. Me? Oh, I just handle a doodle bug. You know, seismograph, magnetometer. Sid's a rock hound. Best in the business. Can smell oil a mile deep. You said you wanted to see me, Mr. Merritt. About Barlow? What about him? Oh. But you can't do that, Mr. Merritt. You found the two biggest fields you got. Drink? Sure he takes a drink when he wants one. What's that got to do with it? Who? No chance. I'm quitting too. We're a team. Barlow and Larson. A team. Don't worry. We'll get plenty of jobs. There's one waiting for us now over in Casablanca.
Call up my next ration.
I didn't say anything.
Jim, look!
Trooper of the Corps d'Afrique, the Desert Patrol.
Cashed in?
No. Give me a hand with him.
It would seem by Allah's mercy I still live.
And by Allah's mercy and a little luck.
Where was I found?
Right here.
Oh, yes. I was going toward the hills and Fort Vegan beyond.
That's where we were headed if we get this steel camel through the mountains.
When I turned to look, it seems as though the evil one himself was coming after me. And then blackness.
You must have had a bad go of the desert.
I remember but little of today. Some of yesterday and all of the day before.
Been like this 3 days?
Oui, monsieur. My patrol was ambushed by the Tuaregs. All were slain. My camel shot, fallen upon me. They left me for dead. But it seems the Tuaregs were mistaken, monsieur.
What about your leg? A bullet?
Oh, no bullet, monsieur. The camel. He was my friend, but sometimes friendship is too heavy to bear.
You need a bandage?
Oh, no bandage, monsieur. Just no more walking. May I go with you?
You still have to take your chances. We don't know whether we're going to make it or not.
No water?
No drinking water.
Oh, no problem, monsieur.
Problem for us. We've got a badly wounded man inside.
But the hills, monsieur. There is a well, drilled by my own battalion.
How far?
Perhaps 10 kilometers.
And how far to the fort?
Oh, an easy passage through the cliffs. 40 kilometers in all.
We must live right after all. Rev her up. This is a stretch.
A steel lady by a nose.
You'll have to ride out here. Go ahead.
You see, monsieur? The entrance to the pass.
You're a penny from heaven. What's your name, pal?
Denise Agorda. But it means little devil, monsieur.
You are to be congratulated, Ibrahim.
Aye?
On having me for a cousin. Thus saving you from useless and costly attacks against the steel monster's fiery tongue.
The ruse is succeeding, then?
Our renegade from the Corps d'Afrique rides in triumph on the monster's back, guiding our American friends to their doom.
You see, monsieur? The entrance to the well.
The storage tank or pump?
It is a pump, but it flows pure and cool as from seventh heaven itself.
Jim, Barlow, bring everything that'll hold water.
As soon as we get back, Pop will give you a bath. Snap out of it, sourpuss.
If you would be so kind, monsieur. The climb is too much for my leg.
Sure. The engine and tank are under here. Open it up and let it cool off while we're gone.
It's no problem, monsieur.
There are but 3.
Like wise men, they leave the 4th to guard the jewels. Zagora will soon relieve him of that duty. Pass the word to hold fire till I give the signal.
Do not make problem, monsieur. It is written that the sick and wounded are under Allah's protection. Do not force this deadly sin upon me.
Cousin, the iron monster bleeds.
He bleeds indeed, cousin. It's water. Without it, she will die in the desert beyond.
The rat bit us. The engine's burning out.
She's dead. The steel lady's dead.
Now we're ringed in.
Night attack?
No reason for it. You can sit it out like buzzards and wait for us to die.
This is something I never thought I'd see. We'll all die rich men.
Even the steel lady's laughing.
I got a surprise for you two. We wouldn't have split up that ice anyway.
Well, you'd have had a hard time keeping me from my share.
More than I had when you tried to hog the works.
I was full of whiskey, soggy with the heat. It's nice and cool now. And...
Come off it, you amateurs. I seen better prelims at the Flatbush Arena. Hey, Mike, I don't get it. If we don't get this 5 and 10 cent display, who does?
Sheikh Farouche of Khalifa. Red apple for that oil concession.
Talk about hogging it. I find the stones so you can get an oil field.
You'd have been cut in, all three of you. If we'd hit, would have meant a lot more than trying to sell those stolen gems on the black market.
What is this, a deathbed repentance?
Now, nobody gets it but those noble sons of the desert. Hey, Mike, let's fool them. I'll get a spade and we'll bury them.
Kipper, Sid. I've got it, I know it.
Sure, kid, sure. Just lie back nice and easy.
No, I'm not batty anymore. I know what I'm saying. Look, those two tubes from the receiver. There's a way to hook them into a transmitter circuit.
One-handed?
Jim can be my hands. You can do it, can't you, Jim? I tell it to you.
Surest thing you know. Start firing.
There's only one bug in it. We won't have any receiver.
How will we know if anyone hears us?
We won't. What wavelength will you get?
Only the 10-meter band. That's all this crystal's good for.
Well, that takes in our Casablanca station.
We won't range that far.
Fort Vigan?
No chance. They're up in the 60-meter band. Only hope is Sanderson's plane. Still hunting for us.
Okay, Billy. Take your time. You got all night.
And after that, all the time there is.
Without water, the kid won't last through the night.
None of us will get through the day.
Those Arabs will have water. Goat skins full of it.
No, you'd never get through.
Two of us might. You got that hunting knife?
Yeah. I'm all burnt out inside. I don't think I can make it.
Big leg man. Knocked out by one day's thirst.
Don't ride me, Monahan. You don't know what thirst is. I'm fighting double.
Okay, Skid Row. Give me the knife. I'll try it alone.
This is my lucky knife. Wherever it goes, I go.
Take that white wire. Lead it to the base of that right-hand tube.
Gotcha. How come you didn't think of this hookup before?
Just doped it out.
Are you sure it'll work?
No.
So long, Maisie.
Come back for you.
Don't kid yourself. Get back for this. That knife wasn't very lucky, was it? That's the best I can do. If the tourniquet gets too tough to stand, sing out and I'll ease it.
How is he? Very bad?
Pretty bad. He'll live as long as the rest of us. You feeling better?
This water sure hits a spot. Kind of a bunged up team, Barlow and Larson.
Yeah. How's your hookup coming?
We're on our last connection. Then she's ready to try.
That's it.
Hook up the battery. Go ahead, Skipper. Try the mic.
Mayday! 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 Monahan speaking. This is a one-way deal. No receiver. We're about 30 kilometers southwest of Fort Vegan. Hostile Bedouins have us pinned down. Repeat. Hostile Bedouins have us pinned down. Mayday! Mayday!
The jewels. They were not found with the remains of the fateful Zagora?
No, cousin. He was forced to flee by the American who gave the alarm that destroyed our plan of ambush.
Father, the infidels grow desperate. They kill a sentry for a few mouthfuls of water and suffer a death or serious wound.
Leaving only 3 to be disposed of.
If there were no danger of interruption, this would be a simple death watch. The monster is legless, the Americans without water.
But not yet without bullets.
Not entirely, cousin. But when the monster speaks, she spits bullets like an angry woman's words. She chatted greatly at today's meeting and can have few words left.
One attack at dawn might leave her speechless.
Mayday. Mayday. Monahan and party. 30 kilometers southwest of Fort Vegan. Look for old Army tanks surrounded by Bedouins.
Keep under cover. The monster spits death.
Repeat. Look for old Army tanks surrounded by Bedouins.
They're getting ready to rush us.
Mayday! Mayday! The Bedouins are getting ready to attack. We have 2 wounded. This may be our last call. Repeat, this may be our last call.
What's the betting, Mike? Do you think they heard us?
No betting.
Commence firing.
Another clam bake like that and we'll run out of clams.
I got a belly full for now. Take over, keep 'em honest. Mayday! 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 Mayday!
This is Monahan speaking. Repeat. This is Monahan speaking to himself. Why don't you face the facts of life, Captain? Nobody's getting that Mayday jumble of yours for the simple reason that nobody's listening.
Sid, you're wrong. Skipper, can you hear it? Listen. I missed it on the dune that morning, but I hear it now. I know it.
Here she comes. Gus Anderson's crate.
Warburg? No, only a rescue plane, unarmed. The treasure is not yet lost. You must put your horsemen between them and their friends. Circle and attack from the rear.
Let's get Larson through the hatch, then I'll cover you. They made it. You're next. Get through that hatch and crawl to the plane. I'll cover you.
Who'll cover you?
Never mind. I'll make a run for it when you're safe.
Can't get over that captain stuff, can you? You gotta be the last man out.
Shut up and pull yourself up to that hatch. I'll boost you.
No. You push on this leg, that artery will break loose again. It's bleeding now. Get up there and pull me out like Jim did to Larson.
Okay. One more pull and you're through.
I've been through a long time.
So long, Irish. Give my share of that oil field to Larson.
Was it Abe Lincoln said?
About what? Said a lot of things.
I mean when they complained about General Grant's drinking.
I remember. He said if he knew the brand, he'd send some to his other generals.
I wonder what Barlow drank.